after asking some people around and like figuring stuff out, you're able to get on like a space train that takes you around, because this station is like crazy big. Like it has its own ecosystems and blah blah blah. It's like a planet basically. You guys are able to find your way to the lore Spire complex where the Starfinder Society is. Let me copy you all over and put you on the right page, and here we go.
And then
Big City.
It's a cool robot.
As you walk in, there's like the sort of receptionist desk, and this robot is typing away on a future computer. But it looks like a regular laptop.
Ah, yes. Dell laptops of the future.
you see that there's no way to enter this donut. You feel he was built here, and he stays here forever.
Isaiah pounds his chest. I feel you.
I'm really happy all these maps have gold accents so they match my attire.
We were expecting you.
I see you also have the foresight of one who follows a god.
He nods.
I'm glad he didn't think that was a real weird thing I just said.
He
No, I
probably
get
didn't
you.
notice.
I'm a believer of Hegedebe.
Hegedebe, one of the small subcultures of Baba Ganou's umbrella religion.
Have you guys not heard of real religions? Like Christianity?
Audible gasp.
It's alright, my friend. Both Baba Ganou and Hegedebe. Couldn't do it.
The rest of the line does not matter.
Both Baba Ganou and Hegedebe are both very accepting religions, and we allow anyone to believe whatever they like. But if they believe our things, that just allows us to help them a little bit more.
I'm glad you're open-minded, unlike some people.
Alright, I was rooting for you, but now I hope you stay here.
The fires will consume you.
Alright, let's break it up, boys. He holds out one arm towards the clerk, one arm towards Isaiah, and one off towards, like, this direction for no reason. It seems like at any given time, one of his three arms is on autopilot.
Sorry,
You could lead us to a man named Chisk.
Yes, of course. You need only go through these doors. And take your immediate right.
Alright, that sounds easy enough. Thank you, my friend. Praise Baba Ganou. Oh, I'm sorry.
Insensitive.
Alright, as you go through the big glass doors, I'll reveal.
Jazam, somehow I feel like you're making
find
stuff
the reveal
up.
tool. Alright, so as you go through the doors, it reveals all of this.
Now, I am making no more up than any other religion.
As you come in, you see a big office. Lots of people typing away, chatting, doing Starfinder business things.
Are these, like, chandeliers?
No, they're just designs on the ground.
Okay.
Because we thought that just a solid white floor would be unbelievably lame.
Very corporate, yeah. Starfinder Society is cool. You have a little zazz.
Alright,
You
so
you can overhear them talking. So I'm thinking we should have 2 health bars. No, 3.
So I get the feeling one of I get the feeling one of us should probably answer questions on behalf of Chris Quasar.
Chris is actually intently focused on these people. Have you decided on a name yet?
We're thinking space looky.
Wow, that's where I'm from. He goes back to the group.
Well, it was nice
man.
meeting you.
Man, you can't call it space looky. That's like a swirly equivalent in space. Like you always hear about the kids on the playground giving each other space lookies. Is there a door here?
God forbid they give him a looky-loo.
As you guys, there's no door, it's just open. As
all
you round the corner, you see a Sheeran, which is what these guys are, these bug dudes. typing away at his computer. His desk is very disheveled. He has a very small office. There's kind of stuff everywhere.
He
doesn't notice you immediately as you come in.
Oh, Shazam taps on the wall as a knocking substitute.
I guess
he looks up and he's like,
this guy is.
He's like, oh, I didn't notice you there. I'm glad you have arrived. He looks around, confused that you haven't been escorted here.
Is this the guy from D4?
I'm not saying anything.
No.
Where is Dorivor Creel? He was supposed to escort you here.
He died.
Yeah.
His antennas twitched a little bit at that.
Macadamia, who was going to put that more elegantly, kind of stops mid-word and looks over and is like, yeah. There was
You were about to give it a great explanation that's more subtle and like uplifting, and I immediately interrupt you.
She was gonna be real nice about it, and then she's like, he did. She's like, yeah.
I mean, you still can.
He died. No, shit, she's not even gonna try to follow that. She's like, yeah, there was an unfortunate incident. She, like, looks real hard.
Chris is just, like, clenching his fist. He's fucking crying again. It seems like he cries a lot. Alright. Roll to express sympathies with my diplomacy score.
Okay.
Boy.
Give me a flat diplomacy.
Okay, that is at a -3.
Oh my god!
Chris finds emoting very difficult.
Alright, Shazam, seeing this clown circus about to happen and noticing there are not enough chairs to accommodate Chris, moves him in the back, bops him on the head until he activates one of his rare seated frames and just sits him up like a lawn chair here.
Yeah, you notice that somehow he's able to maintain a sitting posture despite there not being a chair in frame.
Hey, so, I have a very important question about Chris. Does he have commercial breaks? Because he's got to be getting his not budget from somewhere.
I like to think I'm from a dollar store movie. There might be a split-second fade to black, but that's all I get.
Disappears from existence for a quarter of a second.
There's just a floating logo in his place for a second.
I was created with the intention of having advertisers, but no one would take.
Don't worry, Baba Ganu can be advertised by anybody. Here, let me write it on your helmet visor.
Anyway, back to the plot.
Yeah, as Chiscus speaks up again, you realize that his mouth isn't actually moving and that he's speaking into your minds. He's speaking
Boy, I hope he
telepathically.
doesn't root around too much.
He leans back in his chair, excuse me, and he puts a hand to his bug face, and he reads from the following giant-ass text block. I am sorry that I cannot welcome you to Absalom Station under better circumstances. I assure you that such attacks are not a daily occurrence, though I realize that is likely a small comfort to you. I am pleased that none of you were seriously hurt, but I grieve for Dorivor's death. He was a valued member of the society and a friend. May the Lady of Graves be kind in her judgment of his soul. He bows his head momentarily, then looks up, his compound eyes glittering. What puzzles me is the reason behind the attack. He taps a few commands onto his computer. According to the incident report just released by station security, 2 gangs were involved in the attack, the Downside Kings and the Level 21 crew. Gang wars are not uncommon on the station, but they usually confine themselves to the more lawless sectors, like the Puddles. The Puddles is like the slums. It is rare for street gangs to battle openly in public areas like the docks. I cannot help but wonder whether all is as it seems. There must be a reason why those 2 gangs were at Docking Bay 94 at that time, the time of your arrival, coincidentally. But was it coincidence? Were you and Dorivor just innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire? Or might you and he have been specifically targeted? And if so, why?
Isaiah, is he reading off a script?
He is reading off the script.
I wish I had a script.
My understanding is that you are interested in becoming Starfinders, and since you were witness to the attack, I would like to ask you to investigate the incident on behalf of the Society. Ugh, he burps grossly.
Burps in our brain!
Excuse me. I'm eating a slice of Papa Murphy's pizza over here.
Crams pizza into his gross butt.
Mind burp, a level 5 spell.
Yeah, you're all shaken and nauseated.
It comes right before brain fart.
Ew. Find out exactly what happened and why. It may simply be a matter of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I have no doubt station security will rule it so. But if he was murdered, I would like to find justice for my friend. At the same time, this will give you the opportunity to demonstrate your own skills and abilities, and show the Society that you are worthy of the title Starfinder.
Yeah,
Good luck to all of you, unless you have something you want to say.
No, I was just gonna say, yes, our skills and abilities. I wasn't sure until you said it, but I think the 5 of us should stick together. Fully aware of his use.
Isaiah just like locks eyes with you for like an extended period of time. Like, yeah, that's probably wise. If he could sigh, he would.
I mean, I have uses outside of combat that I think our team of 5 could use more of.
I'm sure you do.
And Near's sitting there quietly with his hand raised.
Macadamia is like panicking. She's like, I came here to study plants!
Yes. Chiscus points at Anir. Yes, the one in front.
How are you talking without a mouth?
Oh my God.
Isaiah just
ask somebody.
Isaiah like immediately slaps Anir on the back. Like, you don't say that.
His real bug mouth moves. It's alright. It's a common question I'm used to answering.
That doesn't make it okay.
No,
Yes, but I
Macadamia also
also
just like gives him a hard stare, like, what the fuck?
I also don't mind, as I'm totally emotionless, blah blah blah.
Can you teach me to do that?
I cannot, for it is an ability exclusive to my race, and among some others, but not yours. Thank you.
It is exclusive to my race, you ruined my joke! I have limited telepathy up to 30 feet!
I am telepathy!
Oh, do you?
Is that why when I walk near you, I hear radio static?
Oh,
so it's not just me.
And Nier communicates back telepathy to communicates back in his mind, ha ha, I tricked you, I can.
How interesting. I'm sure we can have a very diplomatic discussion sometime.
You're feeling it.
Corpse again.
Let's have a secret conversation. Which one of the 5 of us is the cutest?
You're saying that out loud, Anir.
I will roll a 1d5 to see.
This is the most important role in the game.
It's Chris Quasar, right?
A 2. It's Isaiah, actually.
Isaiah does like a little fist bump, like, killing it.
Chris makes eye contact with Anir. Don't worry, someday you'll be able to talk without your mouth moving. The animation doesn't complete, the last 5 words come out with no motion.
Yeah, or it's like all out of sync really bad.
I think every once in a while, like a really bad, like real poor subtitle just floats above Chris's head.
I'm pretty sure Chris was created by Alison McGillicuddy.
Jeez. Alright, sir, can I ask, is there anyone we should talk to get some more information on these 2 gangs before we head out into this planet-sized space station?
Unfortunately, I don't know much about the gangs myself. However, he pulls out his compad. He taps a few buttons on it. I have sent you all my contact information, so feel free to reach me if you ever need any information. I will also start you all off with an advance fee. He sends 200 credits to all of your accounts.
Oh. That's very nice of you.
We'll be sure to call you or beep you if we gotta reach you.
I hope you will.
Thanks for laughing.
What day of the week is it?
What's up? What day of the week is it?
What day of the space week is it?
Fuck it. We'll just say it's like Sunday through Saturday. I'll roll 1d7 to see what day.
Alright.
Looking at my calendar,
It's
loading.
Sunday.
Alright, good. I got a while before Friday, and I lose another 10% of everything I'm worth.
Oh!
That's rough, buddy.
Accommodation if you need a place to stay. I forgot to bring this up. So you're not living on the streets. I recommend going to a small hotel. It's called the Moons of Sleep. They give discounts to Pathfinders, Starfinders, and soon-to-be Starfinders, such as us. Just say you spoke with me, and they'll get you all sorted out.
Nice.
Cool. I guess we should go there. It's been a while. We just got to the station, and my legs are a little tired.
Alright. So I don't actually have a map for that. That's more for, like...
Alright, well then we don't need to go there.
Yeah, that's more for, like, downtime RP. It's not important enough for me to make one. It's just, like, a fun little detail.
I was secretly hoping we might go there and get attacked by another gang.
Yeah, no, there's no tavern map. Sorry.
Alright, maybe we can ask one of these guys.
As long as we can get a solid enough lead, I'll be able to do something pretty helpful, given my history as a bounty hunter.
Excuse me, Mr. Starfinder.
Everyone turns around.
Yeah, they all look over,
Justice
yes.
Land.
Even the ladies look over, yes.
We are soon to be Starfinders out looking for information on the, what was it, level 21, and what was the other?
So we have a...
Downside Kings.
I say those names and ask about them. Anyone know anything? Or anywhere we could maybe go? It's a very large place and we've
give
never
me
been.
culture. So, okay. I'll kind of spell this part out because it's not really obvious. As you go around talking to these guys, we have another map for you guys to just talk to guys. There are certain things you can ask about specifically, and you can make culture checks to see what you're able to find out. You can look at like computers, like on the space internet, or you can talk to people.
Alright.
And you can ask.
I'll use my culture check. That's not bad.
Can I not use diplomacy to talk and grab information? Is that not a thing anymore?
You could.
No. It's culture is to get stuff, or if you have a certain profession, which I know none of you have.
That's weird.
Space Lookie's good!
They all bark it back. Good, good, very good.
Another fine set of people. Jazam is very happy to see so many multiple minds ready for Baba Ganu. But yeah, so do I get anything for that 18?
Yeah, so before... Well, I'm going to type all these, and some of them haven't been introduced yet, which is my own fault, because there hasn't really been an opportunity. So before that, I'm going to tell you some basic knowledge of what's been going on in the station. Everyone just kind of knows about it, because it's like the big hot topic. There was a corporation called Astral Extractions, who is all about, like, exploring space and finding cool stuff to bring back to advance society and all that fun stuff. They hired a company called the Hard Scrabble Collective. This is a lot to keep track of, so take notes. To go out into the drift, which is like deep space. They go out into deep space, and if they find anything, bring it back. So they did. They find something called the Drift Rock, which they named. It's just this giant, like, asteroid, just this massive thing. And they tow it back in their ship. But by the time the ship arrives at dock, everyone on the ship is gone. It is just deserted. So it was set on, like, autopilot. So it's like, what the fuck's up with that? So now there is sort of a feud going on between Astral Extractions and the Hard Scrabble Collective. Astral Extractions is like, hey, we hired you guys to give us the ship is ours, like, and the rock is also ours. Or the ship isn't ours, the rock is ours, we hired you. to, like, give us this rock or anything you found. And the Hardscrabble Collective is like, oh, hold on, all of our guys are dead, because, like, where the fuck did they go? And this ship is also ours, so this rock is ours. And so there's this big feud going on between them. So if you want to know anything more about them, so let's see, 18 culture check. Which one do you want to apply that to out of these
can I use
BioWare questions?
Can I use it to do like cursory internet and talking to these guys search of if maybe these two companies are hiring these two gangs to fight a turf war?
So yeah, with that 18, let's see, what can I tell you?
I'm looking at my notes. Hold on.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff you can get depending on how well you roll from all the different. I'm gonna try and like kind of combine them.
All right. Do you want me to just pick one? Will that be easier for you?
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll ask about the Downside Kings because I don't want to go for the level 21 crew. We're 20 levels too early for that.
It's a scare tactic and it's working.
Oh, well, you Joker, nice.
Alright, so with your 18, you're able to find out the following about the Downside Kings. You said them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. The Downside Kings are a brutal street gang that controls several docks of Absalom stations at lower levels, or the Downside. But through a combination of intimidation and violence, they are known to engage in a wide variety of illegal activities. Activities from extortion, robbery, smuggling, arms trafficking, kidnapping human species and selling them as slaves, like all sorts of bad stuff. Also something you're able to find out through, like, the web. You look on your comm, you couldn't really ask these guys about it, they wouldn't know. Turnover among the Downside Kings leadership is high, which means, like, a lot of people are leaving. All because of the current boss, a barbarous woman named Ferrani Nadaz. Ferrani Nadaz. You are able to find out that she is the leader of the Downside Kings. Also, anyone can make culture checks, like it's not a trained skill, so if anyone wants to, like, look on their internet pads, or go RP at some people, because we have a map for that, if you want to go do that.
Chris attempts to have a flashback.
Okay.
about the level 21 crew.
Level 21, Mr. Isaiah. I can't count that high. I only counted the
5,
3
you have no
just
idea.
today.
With that 5, your flashback is actually to the fight earlier.
They were there. It counts.
This Sheeran speaks up and is like, well, there's only so much information you can find on the net. A good option is to go talk to people. There's a big park where lots of people come. There might even be some gang members there you can find in their, like in their like normal attire. I assume they're not gang members all the time. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds like a good place to go.
Take you guys to the RP, man.
Well, hang on, I have to reset Chris. He's still walking around while seated.
Yeah, no, Chris is in full-on flashback mode.
Weirdo.
Alright, switch everyone over to... So after getting some directions, you find out what park they're talking about. It's called Jatembe Park. It's a big, huge fucking park. That people just come and hang out and have picnics and just have a nice time. You all appear down here.
Oh.
This is super fucking pleasant.
As you can see up here, there's like there's
some
a building
familiar
you assume is
faces.
a diner.
There's a cafe.
So
yeah, there's a cafe. We reused some models, so shut up. There's only so many.
Is this like if you look up, is there like a space dome looking out into space?
Basically.
There sure is.
That's neat.
Yep.
Chris Quasar keeps staring at the sun. If a sun is visible.
I'm gonna roll for a number of suns that you can see right now.
Now, Chris, come on.
Do 1d4 minus 1.
That's the plan.
Why would
4 minus 1.
Now, why would you spend your time
There's
looking
sun.
at something that can hurt you when you could be looking at something that can help you and some another brochure? I'm not. Can you read, son?
Chris, missing the feather in his mouth, just keeps staring at the sun, picks up the brochure, and takes a bite out of the side of it.
All right, I feel like that's an important point of... We haven't actually introduced ourselves to each other, and I'd like to also ask, who can read? I'm
My name is Jazam Shazam Kapow. Little confettis come out of all of his arms. I am the figurehead of the Baba Ganu religion, very popular on insert planet. Jello hasn't decided yet here.
It sounds fake.
I'm on a... Well, you'd be surprised. He pulls up on his comm actually a pretty nicely made website for his religion, and there's there's like pictures of like huge congregations of people. You're pretty surprised. This guy seems like a shuckster. The fact that he was successful at all does not explain why he's doing this or why he seems to have no money and is alone. Yes, I am an envoy. My skill set is talking. I can talk to people.
I'm sure that'll be useful around here, I guess. Well, I'm Isaiah, because that's how you say it, and I thought it was pronounced the other way, and I was wrong.
I'm sorry, Mr. Isaiah. I'll make sure to fix that next time.
That's okay. Isaiah 117 to be more specific. I'm an android. I hunt bounties. I used to be a pretty bad guy, but then I found Christianity. No.
Sounds fake.
Yeah, it all sounds fake. We're in space.
Out of curiosity, what does that verse refer to?
It's about justice.
Neat.
Yeah.
Baba Ganu has verses.
Do you want to make a check to lie?
Oh man, you should. It'll be real funny.
Please tell us a verse.
Alright, hold on. Let me do my sense motive. Ah, well.
That's about right.
Well, I'm not sure you could have beaten me anyway.
We'll try again.
You believe Jazam entirely.
You want me to read out a verse? It's
Please
about
do.
the founder, the sweaty goblin, and lo, the sweaty goblin was
I think I've heard enough.
Oh no, I wrote this out. You're gonna listen to it. And lo, the sweaty goblin was beset by lycanthropy, but through Baba Ganu, it never did affect him. Praise Baba Ganu.
Sounds fake.
You'd be surprised.
Isaiah points to macadamia. What about you?
Oh, I'm Macadamia. I'm a researcher. I'm afraid I'm better with plants and animals and computers than I am with people. I came here to study plants, not to look for gangs. I'm so scared.
Oh no!
Oh, now that's alright. I didn't come here to fight people either. And that man pissed on me out of fear, but let me tell you, had he not, I would have.
Yeah, don't worry, macadamia. We'll keep you safe.
I guess I'll try to help where I can.
And it'll be a nearest responsibility to do that.
Yeah, how about you, Anir?
Oh, hi. So, yeah, my name's Anir Cow. I used to drive trucks, but I drove too close to the sun. Then I started feeling funny. Then it exploded. And this guy found me and told me, "You gotta mine or I kill you." And I was like, okay. Then Mr. Isaiah found me and he killed all of them. And I was like, wow, that's neat. You saved me. Can I follow you? And he said, sure.
And he's still following me to this day. Isaiah looks over to Chris and is like, I'd ask about his backstory, but I don't think I'll get anything.
Chris would like to preemptively front flip onto the top of this lion statue so he can stare up at the sun.
I'm gonna get out of the way before you go.
Oh yeah, he's good at these flips.
He's just up there in half a second. My name's Chris Quasar. I'm a space-looky samurai.
Chris, we're over here.
He's looking at the sun. I'm on a quest to find my master, who took off when I was just a small child.
Master of what? What do you do?
Where did he go?
Acrobat.
Why did
Does
he
another
leave?
front flip, landing on the ground right behind you. That's right, it was a heartfelt D-reunion. He took off to the stars and I took off after him. He has yet to finish teaching me about these. He pulls out his shurikens. You notice he has a real-ass gun in his coat, too. He demonstrates his shuriken. Oh, yeah, no. Would you like to see my prowess?
Go for it.
Alright.
Chris is going to perform.
Macadamia, get over here.
Chris is
Well,
going to
he said he'd
perform
handle the lady. He did that fine. She has no idea what happened
shuriken
to that
attack against this lantern that is 25 feet away.
All right, let's see that shuriken action.
Do it.
Raw D20, go! Oh, 10? That's a crazy coincidence, because they sure only fly 10 feet!
No matter how much you put into the swing, it's like throwing paper.
Sometimes I put a mean spin on them. They leave welts.
And Nier lays down his 10-foot pike down exactly 10 feet.
That's amazing.
Shazam picks one up and walks over. Hang on, let me scroll up. Isaiah?
Yeah.
He walks over to Isaiah and is like, should I tell him these are just animation cells cut in the shape of shurikens?
Chris performs another front flip, landing on the lantern behind you, looking up.
Like, if you told him, would it do anything?
I think I'd have to explain a lot of other concepts to him, and I'm not ready to do that.
I don't think he's ready for that.
I'm just gonna assume he hopped out of a comic book and move on with my life.
Sounds about
All
right.
that my master left me was this cursed deck of cards. He pulls out a deck of cards.
All right, we're moving away from.
No! See, Macadamia was kind of listening to him until then, and she's like, no, I'm not dealing with that.
Well,
Totally not.
hopefully we've made a big enough scene that some gang members have noticed. Is this a space duck?
Yeah, no, man.
Nope, this is just a regular ass
this
duck.
whole time.
This android here is just bending over, just looking at it.
No, she's the whole time they were over there, she was like shooting glances at that duck, like, that's a fucking duck. It's a duck.
So,
Just swimming around, quack.
oh man. Macadamia, I take it you
Quack.
have very good anatomical knowledge of multiple species. So I'd
Do
just
not-
like to.
I don't want to hear about.
No, don't. It's not gonna get weird. I was just gonna say, I am a catharsa, so do not check. Just putting that out there.
She's had many conversations about duck anatomy and doesn't want to deal with that.
No,
so she
I
was looking
wasn't.
at you real hard, and then after that
No.
she's like, alright.
I don't think Shazam would be aware of that. There are many facts in his head, but duck penis.
None of them are ducks. She's like,
Yeah.
she's a little suspicious of you now that you've brought it up, and she's like, alright.
We won't talk about anything that are or are not corkscrews.
I don't know why he said that.
Me neither. All right, so I'd like to. Can I take 20 on a check? I just want to kind of scope this place for like as long as you'll let me with a bounty hunter check to try and sniff out any members of the not the level 21s, the other guys.
Oh, downside?
Yeah, the downsides.
Oh, that's your profession thingy, right?
It is.
Ooh, cool.
I hope Keen lets me.
Yeah, sorry, I was checking something. Thanks, Job. Put something on the wrong layer, mayhaps. Yeah, you can do that. You're experienced with finding like this sort of thing. It's not outside of your
So
outside of your range of skills. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll just be doing that until you tell me that I can stop.
Do you want to just like walk around and do it, or do you want to?
He's just gonna be doing it passively while we're walking around.
Okay, cool. As you pass by these two people talking, they're just doing, like, it's easy enough to overhear. They're not being very discreet. talking about they're saying stuff like, did you hear about the Acreon? I know, it came back with the big rock and there's no one there. That's so spooky. I know, it's so spooky.
Careful, if you talk to them, you initiate a quest line.
Insert Bioshock dialogue, or BioWare dialogue here, excuse me.
Yeah, BioWare
This is my favorite
dialogue
park
reel.
on this entire station.
But you can tell that the big talk of the town is the ship. It's spelled like, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. It's spelled like this. It's either Acreon or Asrion. I don't know.
I'd say Acreon.
Yeah, the Acreon
sounds
was
right.
the name of the ship that the Hardscrabbles used to get the rock back.
That's also a
Ship where
big
everything
talk
went
of the
down.
town, and has actually led to some gang wars, is the pronunciation of the ship. It's Asrion! You see a man tackle another man through a window.
Seeing everyone else leave Macadamia reluctantly.
As Isaiah in the group passed by this lady here, like, flowers for sale. The way she's saying it, seems like that sort of way where, like, maybe this is like a front.
Not
You
even
even
a
have to
sense
roll a
motive.
check for that.
No, that's the 20 that Isaiah. No one else sees this. They're just like, oh, flowers. But Isaiah has like a funny feeling, like just the way she's advertising things. Like,
Isaiah grabs the back of Jazam and undoubtedly knocks loose some part of this costume, but tries not to focus on that.
It's a pretty airtight costume, actually. He actually lives in this thing.
Oh, that's disgusting. All right.
Yes.
Well, Isaiah grabs Jazam's like, hold it.
Yeah. Do
That-
you want to go back to the duck?
the redheaded woman addresses Chris Krazer. Ah, flowers for the lovely gentleman.
He's holding up a single flower and remembering a childhood love. This flashback will go on literally forever. Cut to somebody else.
I was hoping Chris wanted to procure something new to hold in his mouth.
No, he's got the brochure wedged there.
Yeah, no, that's good enough for now. Just like, yeah, Isaiah gestures to the woman, just like, I think there's something suspicious here.
I have an idea, Mr. Isaiah.
All right.
Do you want me to read her mind using my once per day detect thoughts?
You're probably just going to hear things about how weird Chris Quasar is. And you don't need a once per day ability to hear those thoughts.
You think she's funny, maybe she'll think snide things and maybe think about her plan, but okay.
The redhead woman looks at Macadamia and is like, ah, you look like someone who knows your way around a flower. I have roses, daisies, daffodils, you name it.
Oh, I do
I
like
can get you any
flowers.
flower you need. She leans in.
Oh, shit.
Like,
Macadamia
really
not
suspicious.
Super liking people that close is like, but she doesn't want to leave the flowers. She's gonna look at them, give
Yeah,
them
you
a
think?
good researcher's look.
You think this is the kind of thing where if you order like a specific number
If
of
I-
roses and daffodils, she
What?
hands you some marijuana?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that sequence in Paper Mario, the
Mario.
1,000-Year Door. Yeah.
Everyone in the future knows about Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year
I'd
Door.
like a
What's-
dusty hammer.
What
followed
check
by
is she
dried
using for
mushrooms.
this? Because it's
to
the
like see
difference
how nice the
between.
flowers are.
Yeah, just to look at them, just to see
Give me a
what's
life
there.
science.
Life science. Ah, fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
a
the most
thing
sense.
you
There's
can
no
do.
knowledge in nature per se. They combined all those into 2 sciences. So
Oh,
yeah, so these are some like pretty good flowers. They're not like fake. They're not like they're just legit like really nice flowers. Good quality stuff. Like
Well, if you want to maybe confront her about it, I'm not exactly good at prodding people to see if they're gang members.
No one told Macadamia that anything weird is going on, so she's like legitimately flower shopping.
yeah.
See, my skill set is all about hiding information, not sussing it out.
All right.
I'll help.
Do you have any orchids?
Oh, I do in a variety of colors. I think this one would look nicely on you. She pulls out an orchid, but because it's like a fucking space orchid, it's like shifting through different hues of colors.
Oh.
Like a rainbow.
How much?
for you, baby.
For a nice lady like you, only 10 credits.
Oh.
That's a 15th of a health potion.
It's a pretty good deal.
Is it? She's
These
not good
flowers
at
aren't
people,
so good.
so as far as she's concerned, she's like, oh, but I want this flower.
These aren't naturally growing, they were made in a lab. So they do cost a bit more than usual flowers.
Shouldn't it be the opposite?
No.
No, because then they would be like designer flowers.
They're designer fancy flowers, that's right. This lady knows her stuff.
Shut your
Naturally occurring flowers are easy.
You must be a Christian.
She must be a Christian. Yeah, she's gonna buy this flower and put it in her and tie it in her antenna.
Okay, you have a flower that will infinitely like change different colors. It's very nice.
Yay.
It's pretty
She's
wild.
very pleased.
Well,
So Miss, you have a lot of flowers here.
I do. Just about any kind of flower you want for the right price.
Do you have illegal flowers?
she leans in, having played this game before. Like she knows what's up.
really?
You know what's up based on your attire. Like, well, I might have a fair amount of illegal flowers. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, someone help me! I didn't think I'd get this far.
Alright.
I just know that if you need any special flowers, the level 21 crew can hook you up. That's the prompt to make checks about the level 21 crew. See, like, what information you can get out of her.
Okay.
Using what skill?
You can use...
Diplomacy.
Yeah, so you can use a culture check, diplomacy, or intimidate.
Give me a flower!
Diplomacy.
Alright,
I'll give culture a shot.
Hey.
I will also do diplomacy.
Chris walks up, he says nothing, ultra close up on his eyes, rolling intimidate.
Alright.
Isaiah just turns Chris around.
Alright,
Where's his chair button?
Sam taps his head 6 times, which cycles to chair mode.
We should get a remote for him.
All of those combined rolls are good enough to get you most of the information from about the level 21 crew that you can get, but you have to ask. You gotta ask for it in a certain way.
Ah, boy.
What are
You gotta
guys
roleplay
like?
it a little bit.
What are people like the 21 crew doing with pretty flowers?
Hard-hitting questions.
Hey, that's a legitimate question.
I know it's just
No, it is.
amusing.
There is a prompt for that exact question. So
No, I know. I just thought it was amusing. You know too much shoots you.
Yeah, these other 2 guys above us whip out space Tommy guns and put
Yeah,
us
these 14-year-olds. They're onto it.
yeah, no, they're just hanging out, throwing like a space ball around. It's like
Damn, Sylvie.
They know too much. When are we gonna ice them?
They know too much!
So you ask, like, what's the level 21 crew doing selling flowers? It's like, well, flowers are our specialty. We specialize in stealing flowers, fencing stolen flowers, we gamble flowers, we sell them off on the street to men looking for a good time, and we'll smuggle them across borders.
See, I don't know about you guys. I'm still trying to figure out what she's selling here. I thought it was guns, but I don't think that's it.
So to translate that, it's easy enough to figure out. The level 21 crew does theft, they fence stolen goods, they specialize in gambling, prostitution, racketeering, and smuggling.
There it is.
You wow!
Yeah. Good time implies prostitution.
I see. And where might we go to get the flowers we get from you?
Well, she leans in even more. She's at a low whisper. Yeah, get in there. She's at a low whisper, like over all the flowers. She looks around like fishy suspicious. She's like, well, if you want a meeting with the level 21 gang, it's gonna cost you.
money is involved. Isaiah starts waving over Shazam.
Everyone swivels
Oh,
around.
you've gotten
and
the wrong
stares at
idea about
Shazam.
me. I'm afraid having money is another skill. Yeah. How many credits are we talking? He sweats.
Give me like, So I'll give you guys a few options. You can either like attempt to pay her off, or you can try to diplomacy or intimidate your way to like better information.
Oh, I'm gonna diplomacy my way.
Yes, so you see what you can get.
Oh, she can do
26.
literally any of those things.
Jesus.
All right, so I'm gonna read you off, everything actually, because
You did it.
she sees you and she gets like a look in her eye, and she's like, "All right, I'll tell you, but only because you're just so damn handsome." She says with total seriousness.
He winks and gives her the triple guns.
Alright, so I'll tell you everything there is to know about the level 21 crew, because you aced it. The level 21 crew may be a criminal gang, but they have a reputation in their territory and neighboring levels for promoting community empowerment, and many neighborhood residents tolerate or tactically endorse their activities. The gang has been known to hire itself out to defend marginalized and threatened groups or factions. A grizzled Yosoki named Jabaxa currently leads the level 21 crew. That's like the first bit of info. The second is, fearing retribution from powerful corporate interests, the Hardscrabble Collective has recently hired the level 21 crew for protection. So, to reiterate, the Hardscrabble dudes hired these level 21 crews. Yep, you nailed it, good job. And I'll roleplay this when it's like, well, if you want to get in touch with Jabaxa, you need to head to Mama Fats. She'll tell you where to go. And she pulls out her little like compad thing and like flicks a picture from it, and you all have a map on how to get there.
Nice. Do we need to call or anything? Are we gonna get flowered up if we go in there?
Do we have to wear the right flower on our person?
She laughs a little bit. No, just go in there asking for Jabaxa. No one knows he's there, so it would be somewhat strange if anyone just came in and asked it. But I'll let them know that you're on your way.
Cool. I want to go hang out with Mama Fats.
Can you just say that again for me?
I want to go hang out with Mama Fats.
Alright, thanks.
Alright, you've unlocked all the level 21 crew information.
Yeehaw!
You can either go there now, or you can talk to some other people and maybe get info about other stuff, or you can just go.
I'm kind of content to just go.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling just go.
Yeah, no, as we walk away, Chris is going to, another super hyper close-up on Chris's eyes, he's going to attempt to use his justice glare to make her reform her life choices.
Alright.
He is not going to utter a word. I imagine that the DC for this is literally impossible, so here we go.
If you roll a 20... I will give it to you.
That's not a 20, unfortunately.
She'll stop selling death sticks and go think about her
Chris,
life or whatever.
I noticed you have a lot of negative modifiers. Where are your positive ones?
And obviously it is backflips.
So we bumped his charisma down to 5 because that's what he wanted. But that doesn't give you points anywhere else. So he just did that. His positives are in everything else. But charisma's a no.
Gotta love playing with Jay.
Always
It's
a
like
treat.
playing with Faust, except instead of a nerf for specific purposes, it's just a nerf for a joke.
Chris feels like he accomplished something and walks away.
As long as he feels the victory in his heart, that's what matters.
Jazam takes the long route walking out along this fountain, so there's optimal duck looking at times. Since
Yeah, she also she takes the roundabout to look at the duck.
Now you could like take a picture
Duck
of all
quacks.
the animals you see. Make a little
Yeah!
compendium.
She whips out whatever electronic device she has on her and snaps a picture of this duck.
Hey, Chris, do you have any opinions or statements to make?
I'm gonna add
Crime
that
is
picture to
bad.
her inventory.
I'm just trying to figure out if you're actually anything. And Isaiah just kind of waves his hand in front of your face.
He's still seated.
I remember when Isaiah first raised his face around my head. Good times.
Makes eye contact with an ear. Crime is bad.
I agree.
Macadamia, remembering what Jazam did to seat him in the first place, attempts to pap him on the head and get him out of seated position. She doesn't know how many times to pap him, so...
How is nobody asking questions about you?
We don't ask questions in my religion, we only accept. Makes things a lot easier.
Sounds like a cult.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm observing
Hey,
She paps him like 4 times, and whatever he ends up at is where he is.
Hey, are we gonna get transitioned to a new map at some point?
Yeah, no, I was just waiting for you guys to be done. Alright, so you, following the instructions, you make your way to Mama Fats, which takes most of the day. It's quite far away. In fact, it's in the seedier, deeper parts. It's in what's known as the Spike.
Oh, what
The
a nice
slummy,
concept art.
bad area. I was checking to see if the Slums music was playing.
I got it.
Oh no!
Oh.
Are we all back?
I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh.
You make your way to the slums, easily able to find where you're supposed to go. You make your way to a bodega. Excuse me. And,
I know what that word means.
Did you copy and paste them here? I pasted them over
I sure
there.
did. Oh.
Whoa.
Here, we just dun. They're starting over there.
The duck!
Where are we?
Oh.
Oh, there we are.
The duck is here. Where are we now?
You're yeah.
Oh, there we go.
And to think I could have actually found my brother.
You can see this cop giving this Kasatha a ticket.
That's just how it is when you're a Kasatha.
She, like, side-eyes you, but she promised not to ask any questions or look into it, so she's like, alright.
I'm sure you have a lot of stories about the hardships of your race.
Sorry, that was Kasatha language.
Really?
No.
I like that you're open about it.
It's good to be honest.
Yeah, Sam, it's good to be honest.
No. It's good to be open. Jazam tries to, like, weasel his way into not being at the back of this group, so some of the musclier people are around him in this bad name. Yeah, he just picks Chris up and puts him on the other side.
Yeah, you can just move Chris wherever you want him.
Did they not? He's damn near weightless. You can position him pretty much wherever.
Isaiah, did they not know the sidewalk's 15 feet long?
Look, don't ask questions.
Alright, as you guys walk up to the oh, you already did it. To the glass door, he reveals the following. It's a grocery store. There's nice music playing, like do 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 do, like you hear in the grocery store, and there's lots of people shopping around.
Alright, what's the name we're supposed to ask for?
Jabaxa.
Yeah, so the names brought up were Mama Fats and Jabaxa.
And is this Mama Fats? Is that like a grocery store or no?
Mama Fats is the name of the grocery store.
Ah.
Oh.
But it's also the name of the person you're looking for. It's both.
Alright, then.
Excuse me.
You know, she was hanging back to let people who were better at people talk, and then she realized who was going in front of her and tried to...
Look, we gotta give him a chance or he'll never get better.
You'll never learn if you don't try.
In front of you is a female halfling. She's kicked back in a chair reading a newspaper because those still exist.
They barely exist now.
Yeah, somehow they've made it into the future. But hey, and she flips it. She's like, "Yeah, what do you want?"
I was told to come here and see Jabaxa about really nice flowers.
She puts the newspaper down and looks at you. She's like chewing on something. You think it might be like tobacco or something gross. She's like, yeah, who's asking?
My name's Anir Cow.
Uh-huh. Does he belong to one of you? She looks over to him.
Yeah, he's
Please
mine.
keep your children under check.
Look, he doesn't get many chances to talk to people. But
I said my name, I was waiting for more of a response.
Sometimes you have to let them order their own Happy Meal.
Exactly.
Do I get to see the flowers now?
I mean, his coherency aside, that is what we're here for.
She kind of peers at you, at Isaiah, and at Macadamia, and Anir. And she's like, huh, you guys look familiar. She looks through the newspaper, and...
Can't imagine why.
She's like, oh yeah. She goes to the front page of, and it shows you all standing around the dead body of Durvor Krier at the crime scene earlier this day.
Oh my god, Chris was in the middle of a flashback. He's like,
Now,
you guys were stuck in that gang war, weren't you?
Sam like looks into his collar and mutters,
Unfortunately.
probably a bad idea to sell that picture for 5 credits to the newspaper. But at least I'm not in it.
She like glances back, but chooses not to engage with what he just said. She's like, too much is going on right now. I can't deal with you.
I admitted to killing 2 people and walked away.
Wow.
She chews on her tobacco a bit, and then spits it into a nearby can like a gross person.
Ugh.
Yeah, right? I live in the South, that shit's everywhere. But, she's like, oh yeah, you must be who we're waiting for then. He's then back. She goes back to reading her newspaper.
That is ominous, given the setup.
Cool.
And by back, she means over here.
Nice.
Oh, well, look at that. I'm the closest to the door.
Lead the way, killer.
I feel like I have least earned that title.
Azai, you said I could get that title one day.
You can have it now, son.
Yay!
What are you doing,
Here,
Chris?
I got give me a second. I got a magic marker my name tag now. There we go.
I can't believe you let him class change. Terrible GM.
Chris is just, he's suddenly there at the counter. You're not sure when he arrived. Same shit, just his stare. He's gonna try to make her remember her fond childhood memories, which will cause a change of heart immediately.
I guess.
He then, having satisfied with his good job, purchases 3 eggs on, what is this, a frying pan?
Yeah, 3 eggs on pan.
She gets 3 eggs on frying pan.
I like to imagine those
so-
are plastic weapons.
So these things are some very cool feature tech. They are egg pans. They're like pans that flip and cook the eggs themselves, and they just float in the air.
Wow.
As like powered by magic and tech together.
A lot of people buy these like cigarettes. You like cook it up on the way to work and then eat the egg and just throw the pan away.
Let me rephrase that. He's going to take all 6 of them. He does not exchange a single word with this person. He just puts the money on the counter and walks away.
Without even looking, she takes it. Have a nice day.
A true hero never skips breakfast.
I would delete those, but I spent so much fucking time stocking these shelves.
Yeah, no, don't touch
That's
them.
pretty nice,
Fine.
actually, I have to say.
Thank you.
Well, I guess you're looking after Killer, and Macadamia's got the duck to worry about, so I suppose Chris falls to me.
He extends to you an egg pan.
Don't count your blessings too fast.
Instead of a feather in his mouth, it's one of the frying pans.
Occasionally, when he gets extra introspective, he like he hardens his lower lip and it flips one time.
He has that in his mouth, and he hands Jazam a soggy feather. Jazam just you know that one comic that's like a guy runs up to a stick figure, it's like, look how hard I can piss, and the stick figure just stares at him. That's what Jazam's doing.
Jesus H.
Oh my fucking god.
Anyways.
Back to the plot.
You go through the door.
Yeah.
We're waiting, yeah.
Well, I was waiting for you.
Oh man,
Alright.
uh-oh, they've got the corpses of the people we killed this time.
We only have so many gangs.
Only so many color schemed gang people. Give us a break. You come in, you see a bunch of gang members in yellow garb. At the desk sits an old grizzled Yosoki.
He is just writing away on some papers. Yeah? Who might you be?
My name's a near cow.
As I was about to say words.
Nice to meet you, near cow.
I'm sorry, Lamb. You can take
No, I'll let him take the reins. He didn't get to last time.
So,
I
what
just
do
wanted to
you
make the
need?
joke again. Lamb, you go for it.
Nope.
Okay, sorry.
Jabaxa waits patiently.
I'm sorry, I was having a conversation with my friend and I wasn't listening to you. What were you saying?
I saw that. I saw that. I was there, I experienced it. What do you need?
You built your bus, now lay under it.
Jazam looks at his two companions. It's okay, we walked in separately enough that he might think we're a different party if need be.
Jabaxa leans around in here. You guys with this guy?
Yep.
I want flowers.
Maybe like sits against the wall and just has like her claws in her hand. And like,
And Anir gives his best wink to Jabaxa after saying that. It looks really unsettling.
Macadamia and Jabaxa have the same head and hand thing, and then next to them, Chris is just making like a heroic pose with an actual starburst of light around.
He's still staring at the sun. He's inside, but
he's in like endgame victory pose, like he just want to fight, but they're fucking.
So, flowers? Jabaxa raises an eyebrow.
All right.
Yes, wink, flowers.
Isaiah takes a seat. We were directed to you by a nice woman selling flowers. Didn't get her name.
That would be Beth. And yeah, she's not very good at hiding information.
No kidding.
No shit. So, now that you're here, what can I do for you?
What can he do for us?
Did you just walk into my office with no clue what you wanted to talk to me about?
I have a vague clue.
Alright, let's hear it.
I'm talking as me, alright? Hey, party, any ideas?
Ask about what happened at the dock this morning.
That's actually a very good idea. You should do that.
Alright.
Seeing as how this is the leader of one of those gangs, he might know a thing or two about it.
Oh, he's the leader. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're.
I thought he was just some schmuck who was high up.
What? No.
Wow.
I think we said he was the leader.
Please say that out loud to his face.
I thought he was. No.
Your friend's saying a lot of mean shit in my head.
Yeah, he does that. Anyway, we were sent here to investigate the murder of one of the men who was killed in the crossfire that the two gangs were doing.
Oh, Jabaxa kind of scratches his chin and leans back in the chair. That, Durable Creel, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this much. That was not our intention in any way, shape, or form. If anybody pulled the trigger on that guy, probably Downside Kings.
By the way, were the yellow scarf people the far left or far right guys?
Far left.
Oh, cool. All right, so they're the ones we didn't piss off as much.
Yeah, you really didn't kill any of them, but most of them did get arrested.
Killed 2 of them.
We let one of them live.
Pretty equal. So one of the Downside Kings got away, and the other one, and the one level 21 crew peed his pants. So
And was arrested.
and was arrested.
So can we make a retrospective check here? Because like some of us were paying attention when that man got shot. Would we have noticed which way that shot came from?
Yeah, if for those of you who rolled a high enough perception check, you believe the, first shots, came from the right.
I'm sorry, which means which gang shot?
Not
It was
these
the
ones.
Downside King.
The
Downside.
Yeah. So, just for, we tried to, kind of color code it. Yellow is the level 21 crew. Yellow guys were on the left side. Red is the Downside Kings, they were on the right side.
Yeah.
It's a fun little thing.
And
That's why I don't wear any yellow.
that makes perfect sense.
It does. No one would think he's the leader.
You notice he has yellow sneakers.
I love the second season of Do Rah Rah Rah.
So we're So it sounds like our culprit's gonna be on the other team. In that case, would you mind pointing us in their direction so we can make some trouble on your behalf?
I'd appreciate it if it wasn't on our behalf, because if you stir up trouble in our name, chances are they're gonna stir up even more trouble with us. I
No,
already got my hands full.
it's not in your name. It's in your name. Air quotes.
He raised an eyebrow. I'm going to pretend I follow.
Isaiah puts a hand on his face. Look,
My face or yours? That's very important.
whoever's face, really. His face.
Thank you.
His own face.
My face.
Oh my god, this is difficult. Right. So,
Yeah, I can.
we're here on a job. Picking up another job would be nice. Capiche?
Yeah, all right. I think we can come to some sort of agreement.
Yeah, we're looking for a middle manager position in this grocery store.
Someone that doesn't mind stocking later at night, you know, closing up. I got a lot of kids. They can't stay that late, curfew and all that.
I never sleep, so that works.
Precisely. Anyways, on more important things involving the Downside Kings. You know, you could probably, if I'm not mistaken, and according to my notes, if I'm reading this correctly, they seem to be at a club. It's where you would most likely learn more. You ever hear of the Fusion Queen?
Can't say I have.
Can we make a check for that?
Yeah, she's gonna do it.
Yeah, actually, give us a culture check to see.
What is a club?
What is a club?
Alright, well, despite how I already committed to saying I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know.
So you guys have no idea. Macadamia has kind of heard of it before. She doesn't know anything about it having.
no,
and Chris Quasar.
Chris just laughs to himself in the background one time, you're not sure why. Looks up.
Alright, so Chris doesn't help at all, but Macadamia doesn't know.
That's the session in a nutshell.
So Macadamia doesn't know anything about the Downside Kings being there, but she has heard of it before. She knows that it's a 24-hour rave nightclub.
Yeah.
That people from all over go to.
Oh. Can I also ask? The lady out front there at the desk said, that we were expected? Or something along those lines.
I kind of figured what with all the ruckus, and I saw you in the newspaper. He shakes the newspaper. Kind of figured
Everyone
you guys...
has a newspaper.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's a new headline. He presses the refresh button on the newspaper. Neat. Anyways. But, yeah, no, kind of figured.
Good joke.
Thank you. He looks to his 2 guards. Anyway, we kind of figured, seeing as we didn't actually get to see all people involved, but there was a new group of individuals who were slinging around. Also, I appreciate the fact that only 2 of my guys died, and 1 pissed his pants and went to jail. So,
it was self-defense.
I mean, I did my best.
Both.
I did my absolute best to not injure him, and he just fell over. I don't know.
I mean, he didn't get hurt. He didn't die or nothing like that. He just pissed himself. So
he didn't die or any nothing.
I'm sure he'll do fantastic in prison.
Well, is there anything you can tell us about the Downside Kings that might help us out so we don't get shot at again?
There sure kind of is.
I don't know how many times I can use my magical make a man pee his pants and fall over powers.
So, and if you go to like the Downside King section, Jabaxa knows everything but the last section.
Sure. Is that on our little group notes, Delio?
Oh no, it's in the module. I can do it for you if you want. I can just tell them.
Yeah, I got
if you don't have it.
A laptop for it. Or actually, hold on. I think I've got it here.
It's me, Jabaxa. No.
Not the last one, though. All right.
Yeah, anything but the 30+ one. He doesn't know that.
This much I know. Astral Extractions has recruited the Downside Kings to threaten the Hard Scrabble Collective and pressure the miners into handing over the Acreon. Acreon, it's also in a little of a pickle. We're still fighting them over that one. And the Drift Rock to the company without dispute. Now, the Downside Kings are known to use that nightclub, the Fusion Queen, all right? And chances are you might be able to bump into the lady in charge.
Yep.
Most likely she'd be hanging out there. So,
So to put everything together a little bit easier, Astral Extractions, which is like the big company, you didn't really find out much about them because you didn't do that. So you don't know much about them, but all you know now is that they hired the Downside Kings to threaten the Hardscrabble Collective, into handing over the ship and the rock, without dispute.
All right.
And they used the Fusion Queen nightclub for all of their dirty deeds. The Downside Kings do, not the Astral Extractions.
We do our dirty deeds here in this grocery store.
Yeah, that leads me to my final question, Mr. Jabaxa. May I ask, why is your grocery store called Mama Fats?
Oh, because Mama Fats own this place.
Oh.
I just rent the back room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, there's no great history. There's no fascinating story. We don't sell Mama Fats bars.
That's fine. I was just asking out of curiosity.
No, and I apologize. It's not that interesting.
No, that's all right. Well, thank you very much for telling me.
Thank you for asking.
Sometimes it's just plain and simple.
Oh my god! Oh, that's
Jabaxa, the most understanding gang leader.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Just like have a pleasant exchange. What a stand-up fella. You make one of his underlings pee his pants and head off to prison, and he gives you the time of day.
I mean, you guys didn't, most of you probably didn't try to kill any of them. Wait a minute. He like raises an eyebrow. Pretty sure one of my guys.
Thank you very much for the information. We should be going now.
She like scurries away.
As you guys leave, you'll notice all of the patrons in the grocery store with a little bit of yellow and holding future newspapers. They all kind of look at you as you go.
My god, do you know what this means? I could have gotten that news photo for way more than 5 measly credits.
What was that about?
Nothing. I was just making a joke that Jazam sold the photo that got them on the front page for no reason. For like fucking chump change. He didn't think it would bite them in the ass.
Chris, are you still in the office?
Oh my god.
No, I don't want to be pointing fingers. Man, somebody got a frying pan.
Jazam was like, we have to get Chris.
I couldn't help but notice that apparently one of my guys got riddled with shurikens, like a shit ton.
I'm sorry, sir. He's the best hands to go. like grabs him by the shoulders and wheels him around.
Not too many people have the balls to get within 10 feet of someone with shurikens.
You hear Chris click his tongue. Right now, you just pulled him out of his optimal killer.
You've been very understanding. Thank you for your hospitality. But she like tugs Chris harder and is like, we have to go. Don't do this.
I couldn't help but notice you've got a yellow feather. You ever want to join a gang? You found the right one.
Macadamia pulls Chris along with her, like, scythe hands.
Hey, you listen to me. Chris Quasar, you listen to your old Uncle Shazam Shazam. If you're going to be joining any unsightly organization, it's going to be the following of the Brotherhood of Baba Ganu, and that is final.
Look, you keep saying things to him, but I'm pretty sure it's just kind of getting flushed.
I know, I'm just practicing.
This gang member up here's like, no, I can't buy that last banana. I just can't do it. Mom will be so mad.
It's your last. No,
It's your last
no, hold on. It's your last chance for that banana. You take it.
You're right.
Please don't start a firefight in the middle of this
I've written this banana. And I would delete it, but I'm scared I'll delete something else.
It's, as he takes the banana, a new banana forms in its place, thanks to future tech.
Oh, thank God, it's a Hydra banana.
You break it and 2 bananas come out, and then 2 bananas come out of those bananas, and so on.
I'm so glad they solved world hunger.
You look outside and there's like starving homeless people in the slums.
It's a life choice.
One that I don't approve of.
Bring space neoliberalism is calling.
Bananas are crazy expensive. It feeds you forever, so it's probably like hundreds of thousands of credits. Alright, so we'll say you get in one of these public transport vehicles. It's like a space taxi.
Shotgun!
You put in, you all cram in. There's no one
like
in the driver's seat. Yeah, there's no one in the driver's seat because it's all like automated, robot, whatever. You type in the location Fusion Queen, you hear it boot up, and it starts to speed off.
Hey, that's my car!
So long, sucker.
I am the law!